What's happening? It's your boy, Mako with the fucking Draco. Ron Don, Toby One Kenobi, and Rodney Twin Tweezy coming back at you with season 2, episode 3 of the fucking Shark Stream, man. We got a new table. We got new decorations.
We do?
Yeah.
Shit.
More shit.
Nice.
New shit. New sound.
Shit. You what?
You already know what the fuck is going on, man. We're really about the action, man. Constantly stay hitting y'all with the new shit, man. So, we're gonna keep the trend going. We only got so many more, maybe 3. Well, actually, basketball never stops, but we only got maybe
Basketball, NBA is the league that never sleeps.
So, but we only got maybe 3-4 weeks left of basketball playoffs.
Let's slow it down a little bit. How's everyone's week been?
Honestly, you say, hey man, we love the NBA. We love the NBA. I get it. We get it. It was.
Basketball never sleeps, guys.
I'm saying it's been a quick week.
Quick week.
Those stickers that you handed us, I've been trying to figure out places to put them aside from my car, because I'm like, why would I put on my car? Ain't nobody gonna get close to my car.
There's some in El Salvador.
Look at you, the international promo.
There's some in Houston, you feel me? You know.
Okay,
Yeah, you know.
okay.
West Houston to be exact.
Shout outs to my boy Ron Solo.
Thank you.
As a ton
Got a
of
new
the last
place?
episode.
Yes.
Means more life, more everything. Ron turned 25 and turned up on you niggas.
Yes.
Third time's a charm.
Got a new home. You know what I'm saying? Got some nice studio space to create. So it's gonna be cool. We're gonna be moving. Moving in with my best friend, my partners, Sierra. Shout out.
You what?
Shout out.
I don't know if that was the universe trying to say so.
Shout out, man. Shout out. It was trying to say, married this girl. Nah, it's cool. The place is nice. Ready to move in. I would not miss the train. 'Cause I was living near. Oh, that shit was awful, man. That shit was awful.
Literally going to Ron's house. It got to a point I would be like, bruh, there's not per se a long
You just have to go the other route. Like you can't.
Yeah,
the
you
train
have to
is.
go around.
Yeah, it's unpredictable.
You can count on it being there more times than not, actually.
Yes.
It's very fucking trash.
Yes. It's very taxing. I won't miss it. I now have a balcony.
Okay.
It's gonna be, gonna be a plant dad. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Get into it.
Deck it out.
I would literally be like over here, and the train would go off, and I'd be like, bruh, I know this nigga Ron. It's like, bro, what the fuck, bruh? Show all this shit, bruh.
Man.
Yes, sir. All right, man.
How about you do?
I was just about to say, I don't know. My week has been kind of like, it's been kind of weird. I've been in kind of this weird space of like hovering above, I guess, that like depression line. Like, I'm okay, but it'd be really weird. Like, I think I was telling Ron maybe a day or two ago, it's like, normally, by the time I realize I'm depressed or like there's something going on, it's like, it might be like halfway into the process or something like that. Like, I don't know. I'll kind of be like, yeah, I'm fine. And then I think normally how I notice it is before I stop and go, damn, I'm actually not feeling good. I notice certain things that I'm doing, both doing, not doing, and also normally like the music that I'm listening to. Like, I think I posted this recently. I was like, normally whenever Faces starts to reappear in my playlist and I'm listening to Faces a lot more, that normally means I'm pretty fucking sad.
That's crazy because I just played Polo Jeans. We suggest music like weekly. Certain like just random days. Some people would be like, post music. I need some motivation type shit. With our team huddle call. Shout out my team at work because they're just freaking awesome. But I posted Polo Jeans and I was like, let me just listen to Faces again. It's so crazy. And then you were just stating that like whenever you get into these episodes, these moods, it's like.
But I've been getting better at like being able to peep the cycle and then adjust, because one of my things is like I'm very happy that I have a Capricorn as my moon sign. The only other thing that I would want there would be maybe like a water sign, because I feel like water signs would work as the best signs to have as your moon signs, because I mean water resonates with the moon generally. But like, I'm very happy that I have an earth sign as my moon sign because it allows me to be able to, like, I just don't get very emotional, and feel like my brain is a lot more solution oriented rather than sometimes I do need to sit in whatever I'm in so I can like feel it fully and I guess learn emotionally what I need to learn from things, but like normally I'm like, all right, I don't like feeling like this. How do I adjust this and how do I not feel like this anymore? Because you can always make adjustments and make changes to things. But either way, feeling better today and yesterday than I did the days before it.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling a lot better today now that everything is moved out of my apartment and just.
Also,
side note, shout out to fucking Chivalry 2. That game is fucking amazing and crazy and.
You played it?
I have not played it. I've just seen Stacy stream it and like that shit, the mechanics of it, the medieval warfare. It's
I'm gonna check
definitely
it out.
shouting that out.
Trying to definitely get a PC.
Yeah, I'm setting up my PC as soon as I get home. I'm gonna download it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into the PC shit this year. What? PC simulation.
PC game.
Living in a basketball simulation, a basketball world. To be the very best no one ever was, you have to beat who in the finals? Does anybody see the Clippers coming back? I don't. But does anybody see the Clippers coming back from this thing with the Suns before we talk about
what's more powerful, the Clippers curse or the CP3 curse?
Clippers.
Easily.
Clippers.
Clippers. CP3 was on the Clippers.
Guaranteed.
He's had, I feel like, has he had better
Guaranteed.
success outside of when he left the Clippers? And his biggest thing was getting injured. So,
well,
he
technically,
could get
yes,
injured
because
again.
the Clippers never made the conference finals, and as soon as he went to the Rockets.
Oh, but they broke that now, right?
Yeah, but
So
this
it's-
is the first year in their history that they've made the conference finals.
Which is
Chris Paul had never made the conference finals in his career until he joined the Rockets.
You what?
wow.
Question mark?
So, and then since 16 or 15, he's had a run of injuries in the playoffs.
He got injured. He did get injured again.
He got injured again this year. The Clippers went down 3-1.
He didn't get injured last year, but still. Did he get injured? He didn't get injured last
He
year.
was on the Thunder last
Yeah,
year.
that's what I was about to say. He
was
was
the
on the
curse.
Thunder, yeah.
That was the curse.
So it is. I am happy to see him, still in the playoffs. It has been weird though. First an injury, COVID protocols. Now the series is 3-2. I'd like to think that they could just take these niggas out in a game. I kind of
Do
did.
they have an answer for Reggie Jackson though?
Man, who would have thought? Stop.
Yeah,
That's a very good. That's a
was
very good one.
Great.
Yeah.
No,
That
those
is-
two
that's a-
threes,
Jackson
those
been
two
moving.
threes in the wing.
Oh my! Every
Bro.
time
Bro.
Suns
He's
got
been all
momentum,
playoffs. Yeah,
he
Reggie-
came up and
Reggie's
kept
been
making
moving
it.
all playoffs.
That shit was nuts.
And I just feel like in the back of his mind, he's thinking about Russ every time.
Reggie
makes
Jackson
it.
has been hooping, and Patrick Beverly has been shitting on defense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not even just defense, like fence generally. Offense, not per se great offense, but he's been able to get Devin Booker on foul trouble.
Put some respect on my name.
Yes, talking shit. Always talking shit, Patrick Beverly. He's just very enjoyable to watch play.
Patrick Beverly fooled y'all, man.
He did.
The theatrics.
Patrick
The
Beverly.
theatrics.
We need to put that Soulja Boy clip in here. Actually, it wouldn't even fucking be accurate. But Patrick, Akeem watched a documentary on Patrick Beverly. Patrick Beverly was selling crack. He really was selling crack at one point. Yeah. He was really out here. He's a really grimy.
Wow. He really got it out the mud.
Yeah, he did. I think what did he say? He said Patrick Beverly
Who
would go play
was
in the-
on
Crack.
He was
Like, I remember Patrick Beverly from NBA 2K10
Oh man.
because that was the first time they instituted my career. I think it was just my player back then. And Patrick Beverly was always on the Rockets, but he didn't have a computer. He had a computer generated face. Like, he didn't have his face scan or nothing like that. So and 2K had this history of recycling computer generated players, games and builds. So I was like, yo, man, who is this computer created nigga, and why is he so good at defense? Like, why can't I get past this nigga? And then it fast forwards like a couple years later when he's actually in the NBA, like playing vital minutes. I was like, oh shit, that was a real nigga? Oh,
dude,
damn.
I feel like in one of the 2Ks, Patrick Beverly had definitely gold, but I feel like in one of the 2Ks, he had Hall of Fame defensive lockdown. I feel like he actually did. Because he was Patrick Beverly's fucking.
Nah, he's been giving what's his name, Booker, a couple of issues.
Because the thing is, the biggest thing about Patrick Beverly is not saying that he's bad at defense, but it's more so like that nigga's just aggravating, bro. And he's just his energy is just so great. Super, huh? Yeah. But yeah, he's way bigger than he should be because of how he plays
defense. His defense is pestering.
Yes, it is.
Now you remember,
it's not necessarily fundamentally sound, but it's very
on the Rockets. You
be intimidating.
You say. He noticed him on 2K10. I noticed him on next gen 2K14 on the Rockets,
same
and
thing.
he was known as the 3-man for an extra 3-man for. I'm like, now that I see him shooting threes again, I'm like, oh shoot, he did used to have.
It's so cool, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. 2K is the ultimate basketball simulation. That's why. They need competition to make them
just
better.
Like Madden.
Yeah,
fuck out here with Madden, bro. I hate that game.
I feel like 2K is a better game than Madden, but I still
Madden like 3 years ago. At some point gotten each Madden.
You've gotten each Madden since. Look at you. Look at you.
I even got the one with Tom Brady on the cover.
18?
Yeah.
18.
The last Madden
I
I
bought
tried
it
to
on
get
my
into.
system.
I
bought them all on my system.
What happened?
The last Madden I tried to get into was like Madden 16 or 17, and I was like, bro, I can't.
Next gen or current?
Madden 15 was
like, so it's like the one, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, whatever. I remember literally getting it again and being like, all right.
16 was Odell.
Yeah, 16 or 17 was like the last one that I really liked. And then they're actually doing their promo right now for the game. So
looking weak. I don't care about all that shit. They always be saying
I'm not
developer
I only
interview.
got it to play because I just like, anybody who really plays Madden mostly care for the association mode. And it's been lacking for years. And I only play association with my friends because I really don't like football like that.
Does Madden have a good simulation? Because this is the thing about 2K.
It's hard to simulate football.
Are you asking? Is the bottom line? Is it good to you? Do you think it'll do?
So this is my thing. This is my thing about 2K. And so a lot of people
simulation within each individual game or over the course of the season.
Just over, yeah. Could I like sim like it's not because
not like 2K.
The real gem of 2K is really, in my opinion, the my GM / my association mode. Like, because you can literally play. You can, in theory, wait and not get the next generation of 2K and like play that shit like generally and just keep running it because it's infinite. If you really love just playing basketball or like really love playing 2K, like you could just do that. Actually, in theory, you could do that. Rack up VC and then take that VC and put it on your character. That's what I normally do. That's normally how I get my character good. Yeah, because it's like, bro, the simulation on 2K is actually really fucking good. Like as bad, like you want them to tweak things in the game, but you can adjust the sliders and shit to make the players do more shit. But it's like they create pretty good players. You can create players and put them in it. It creates crazy storylines. Most of the players play how they're supposed to play. 2K has always actually been my source to learning about players. No lie, I would run the simulation mode.
That's how I learned more about basketball. Legit playing 2K.
I'd run the simulation mode, draft all new players to the team, and then, like for example, I learned about Boban Marjanovic on 2K in 2K13 or something like that. I probably drafted the first 8 or 9 players on my team, and then I was like, fuck it, and I let the computer draft the last 4 or 5. Randomly in the middle of the game, this 7'2" niggas on the court, and he's just grabbing every rebound. I was like, is this a computer generated player? I'll look it up. No, he's a Boban fucking Marjanovic. Yeah. So after that, I'd always put that nigga on the team, and then I saw that nigga like actually playing basketball one day. I was like, yep, it's just like 2K. He's not very strong. He can dunk the ball, but it's just because when he jumps, he's right there by the rim. But if you put him in the paint against a bunch of smaller niggas, he's gonna keep grabbing rebounds. But I mean, it's kind of the same thing with Patrick Beverly, Seth Curry. I was like, damn, this nigga's actually a real nigga. He's not like some.
I knew Seth Curry was
real. Yeah,
because he was great at it. But Madden is you know that weird thing 2K does where you have good teams that aren't like
they don't
the
play
top
as good.
team. Yeah, like the Blazers never really play like the Blazers on 2K unless you play with the Blazers. Madden is like that, but in reverse. Like good players, like Tom Brady is, I mean, he does play like Tom Brady. He does not take chances down the field, but it's super aggravating, and he's always going to be good.
He took a lot of chances downfield this last season. But
I'm not gonna get started. He does the dink and dunk,
33
and stuff like that. So I said I wasn't gonna get started. So it's very much like that, but it can be very annoying. But it's like that, like it doesn't matter like where Tom Brady is, or like where you put Aaron Rodgers. Like those teams are always gonna be good, and it's like okay, yeah, those are great players who can elevate a team. But not if you have them with like scrubs, because that's not how football works, you know. So it's like it can be really annoying because you can like if you don't do a draft and on that you got to draft all fucking 55 of your players, so it takes forever. So it's like if I just go in there and I run one, the Bucs are gonna be basically unstoppable for like years to come. Just because like for the season I started, they had Tom Brady. And they were really good that season. And Madden's code is just going to say, well, they're just going to keep being good as long as you're playing this association mode. It's that, like, that part of it is, like, really annoying.
Yeah, no, I played I literally was running a simulation mode. I'm going to try to make this as short as I fucking possibly can. I redrafted everybody I'm using the Warriors as the catalyst. So I still have Steve Kerr, but I redrafted all my fucking players. I played with a team, and I wiped everybody in the West. But for some reason, in my simulation, the East is really good.
Y'all play on the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah. So the Hawks.
No, I play on All-Star and adjust the sliders because all Hall of Fame is cheese.
Okay.
Yeah.
See?
Really?
Yeah.
True.
Is it because of the
Like-
double team?
I appreciate true.
Yeah, like Hall of Fame. Like the more I got into it, Hall of Fame was like, okay, it's a really good competitive game in like the first quarter, and then I'm on Hall of Fame, and the computer makes no adjustments after that.
They don't make what? Really?
And then like when I switched it down the All-Star, and then I just changed the sliders to make it to where okay, they'll make more of their shots, and I'll make less of my shots. They don't do the random double teams anymore, and stuff like that, and like they still don't really make adjustments, but it's like I'm not blowing out a team because I mean like
but that's
Hall
what I'm
of
about to
Fame,
say.
you fight the cheese with just being annoying and being like I'm just gonna cheese you back.
It just depends on because this is what I'm about to say. I would play the teams in the West, and I'd wipe teams. I was blowing everybody off the map. And the Lakers, I don't know, for whatever reason, I would sim through those games during the regular season because I remember looking at their team and just seeing they had Klay Thompson as their best player and being like, oh yeah, we're going to kill them because we're killing all these other niggas. So we beat them in the regular season, and then the teams that I was having trouble with were in the East. And there was this one nigga that I created, and he got drafted to the Hawks or something like that. We played them, and every time we played them, we'd beat them both times, but the games were so fucking close because they had shooters, bro. They had like Tobias Harris, the nigga that I created as their point that could really shoot, and somebody else that could really shoot, and they were just eating us. Yes. So they didn't make it to the finals. Some other team made it to the finals. When I got to the playoffs in the Western Conference Finals, the team with Klay Thompson, they gave me the most trouble out of any team I probably ever played against in the history of like 2K. They took me to I played 7 games against these niggas, like very frustrating whole 7 games. Because Klay Thompson wouldn't stop shooting and Chris Middleton wouldn't stop shooting, and there was some other nigga one of the Murrays wouldn't stop shooting. So, but basically the reason I say all that is because I ended up beating them in 7 games and winning the fucking playoffs. The next year, the nigga that I created on the Hawks went and joined the Lakers. So like. And I was literally looking at the screen, and I remember once I saw the trade happen, I just stopped playing the game, and I went to do something else. Because I was literally like, bro, like, that was genius. I was like, bro, the game literally, it was like, the players in the game assessed, like, damn. Yeah, he was literally, I was like, bro, the nigga was like, I have to go to that team, because that's the team with the best chance of winning. And then we played them, and they mocked the shit out of us. I was like, bro, there's nothing I can do. Like, but that's what I mean about the simulation itself being smart. Because all the other shit in the game is kind of aggravating sometimes. You know, playing against niggas online is really, like, frustrating and shit. I was thinking about this on the way up to the store. One of the reasons I love Smash Bros. So much is because it is a skill-based game. It doesn't, like, if you take all the items off and you just fight a nigga on Smash Bros., 9 times out of 10, like, or not even 9 times out of 10, if you play somebody in Smash Bros. 10 times if you're better than this person, you're gonna beat them about 7 out of those 10 times. Because it's skill based. It's not a lot that can really go wrong. In 2K,
it is a combat based.
Yes, like you literally have to learn your opponent. And it's really fair. Like even when you fall off the map and it's on bullshit, it's still like there's still like reason why I ended up over here. In 2K, you can really be like waxing a nigga and just lose. Like, or you can play a game sometimes and your players really won't hit shots. There was a game, I told Slim, I was like, bro, I'm not, because I have 2K on PS4, Slim has PS5. Last time we played 2K, after we played, I was like, bro, I'm dead ass not playing this shit till I get a PS5. I was up by 24 or 27 points. And Kevin Durant, I think he had the Lakers and I had the Nets. Third quarter, 27 points. Halfway through, everybody on my team just stopped making shots. And then he came back and he won by like 10 points or something like that. And I remember when we got in the fourth quarter, I was like, this is so stupid because this is literally momentum. That's all this is. Like, Joe Harris, no shots. Kevin Durant, no shots. Literally Kyrie or James Harden, no shots. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. Because it's really frustrating when you're playing a game with somebody and you're doing what you're supposed to do and then you just can't for some reason.
Not making shots. Yeah, it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah. Like,
I used to be a troll on 2K because I used to be up by like 15 and then let them cut it to like 7 and then go back up like 20 because I'll just fuck around. I'll be like, yeah, I'm just going to take a bunch of threes. And if I make them, I make them. If not, I'm going to let you get close and then I'm going to go back to playing actual basketball so I can build the lead again.
Like, and it's like, you can, it's like, I don't know, from a competitive standpoint, it's kind of the same thing. If I play you 10 times in 2K and I'm actually better than you, then out of those 10 times, you're probably going to win more often than not. But I think it's because the games of 2K take so fucking long sometimes. Like, it really be feeling like, bruh.
What's the average time people play on, like 7, 6?
When I play online, when you play online, I think it's 4 minutes.
No,
but when I play my friends, we play like 6.
Yeah, 6 minutes. 6 minute quarters.
Man, we be going up to 8. Like, we trying to do the whole pace.
When I'm playing by myself association mode, I actually play 10-minute quarters.
I play 8 minutes.
Until this day, fuck the shot meter.
Yeah.
12-minute quarters, I'd be up. It's like 150 to 145.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And it takes so long.
But then I just sim to 12-minute quarters.
Fuck the shot meter. That shit is a distraction.
Yeah.
It is.
It is like a mini game in itself. You'd rather watch the player that you're controlling shoot at the top. You'd rather see that.
That's the thing about 2K, that it's cheesy. Like, you could master the shot meter with fucking Andre Roberson. Like, you could get green with him. Now, if I'm playing you, I'm leaving Andre Roberson open. Because I know that nigga can't shoot. But if you can shoot with him, you can shoot with him. Like,
take that chance.
Yao Ming could make threes. Theoretically, he made 2 threes in his
Why
career.
would you?
Like
no, but in 2K, Yao Ming has a disgusting mid range, so I could see.
He does, but he can't make threes. But he only made something like 2 threes in his career. My friend knows how to shoot with Yao Ming, so he would just go out to the 3-point line and shoot with Yao Ming. Now here's the thing: if I know you're playing with those Rockets, I'm picking a team with Shaq because there's no other historic team that I'm willing to use that can handle Yao Ming anyway. Shaq's not guarding you at the 3-point line, bro. So, like, you're going to be open. And if you know how to shoot, you're going to make those shots. And then I got to come back down. That's the annoying thing about 2K. That takes some of the fun out of it. But then you just cheese niggas back.
Yeah, man. I don't know. 2K is just too much cheese for me.
But in terms of the actual best simulation sports game for association mode, at least, it actually is MLB The Show.
I don't like baseball enough to play MLB The Show. I've heard people say that a lot.
Same.
I don't. Baseball's too boring to me.
The thing is, like, I've played baseball games, and I've actually liked playing the games more than, like, watching it or.
I can watch it.
But, like, Wii Sports, like, I play Wii Sports.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I play the fuck out of Wii Sports.
Wii Sports was different.
Bro, nobody talks about Resort. And I feel like it deserves.
I like Resort.
But basketball was the best thing.
The basketball was really fun.
Yeah,
the Resort was
ski
really
shit,
cool. But
yeah, I like.
I mean, of course, always. And then
never
the
got the
table
Wii Fit
tennis.
thing.
The table tennis,
I
the
got table
archery.
I can do everything.
Like,
Yeah,
I didn't
do
okay.
everything.
Because I think everybody picked their things out in Wii Sports Resort. My favorite thing was the sword fighting. I love the sword fighting.
Yeah, that shit was clean.
I like the basketball.
The basketball was really fun.
Archery, I love archery.
Archery was really fun.
There were 2 or 3 other modes on that.
They had the jet skis. That was
The wakeboarding.
I only
was
played the
fun.
jet skis at this nigga's house because he was the only person I knew who had the Wii Fit board.
Yeah.
I never got the Wii Fit board.
I love that Wii Fit board. Yo,
Yeah,
the Wii Fit
same.
board was fucking lit, bro.
Yeah.
I
I
don't know.
still got that.
I feel like I feel like this is a tangent conversation, but like, do y'all have a favorite Nintendo Wii game? Not like Wii U or like
Nintendo Wii.
yeah, just like Wii.
game. That was the shit.
I got
I
like 3.
think Mario and Sonic at the Olympic
Oh
Games.
yeah.
that was on my. That was the first thing I was going.
I think it is
But
going to
that
be
game
Mario
is
Sonic in the
just,
Olympics.
it's just
It
It was
so
either going to be
fun.
that one or whatever Pokemon.
Of course, I'd be the one that
They didn't
actually
have
played it.
Coliseum because that was GameCube, but they had the one after that. I forget what it was called.
I know which one you. I know which one.
That one was also really fun. But yeah, I think it would be Mario and Sonic at the
Yeah, Mario
That
and
game was
Sonic.
so fun,
Mario
bro.
and Sonic. Super Mario Galaxy. The first one. Not that I didn't like the second one, but the
And
first
then
one
Wii
was just
Sports.
cold as shit. Wii Sports is a classic, easy classic.
Of course.
I think there was another Smash Bros. Brawl. But I don't know,
Yeah.
because now I feel like Ultimate. But Brawl was fucking crazy, bro. Brawl was like on some legendary
Smash
shit.
Bros. Never misses.
No, it doesn't.
Like,
Yeah.
It's so
It's
weird.
gonna be up there.
Yeah.
It's so
So
weird now
time.
looking at that roster and even looking at the graphics of gameplay. Because I mean, I was about to say last time I played that game was in 2016. That was technically 5 years ago. But I just saw a video of it recently, and I was like, damn. I guess we've gotten spoiled with all the characters they have on the game now. But I thought it was like hella characters on Brawl. So I looked at it recently. I was like,
Yeah,
maybe it's
it's
because
the
now
thing,
there's
a lot
like
of characters.
85 characters on Smash Bros. Ultimate. But like on Brawl, there were maybe like 36 characters. Really fucking fun.
And the crazy, like, I used to watch a lot of competitive videos about on Melee, and like they were just going crazy because like the mechanics in Melee, like there would be things where like you could literally like glide across the stage if you knew like the mechanics, like the mechanics, like you could work so fast that like you were able to do like some crazy shit. And, like,
Yeah, dude. Like,
Melee was good. Brawl was good.
the only
They don't miss.
Yeah, they don't. I feel like the only one, I might be wrong because I disagreed. There were the dudes that I remember playing Brawl during the time that Super Smash Bros. Wii U, is that what it was called? Whenever that one was out, and I knew some dudes that hated that one, and I remember playing and being like, "Where's Smash Bros? How do you hate this shit? It's literally like, it's just great."
Oh, there was one for the Wii U.
Yeah, that was the one that had Incineroar. They had.
I don't think I
Incineroar.
played the one for Wii U.
I don't know.
Never had.
Wasn't that one the one where you could use the Mii characters too?
Yeah, I think that was the one where they introduced you can use the Mii characters because I mean, it had
I didn't play that one.
they added.
I think my God.
From what I did play.
I was literally like, bro, it's a Smash Bros. Game. Like, it can't be like.
But even still, the concept of Mii's was like really cool.
It is.
Did anyone ever play the Red Steel games?
Red Steel, that shit sounds fucking
The little
familiar.
first-person sword ninja.
No,
Oh, okay.
no. I'm thinking about what is the name of
Making
that
me
game?
feel like I missed out though. First person.
It
It
was
was on the Wii.
Yeah, it was on the Wii.
First
The
person sword fighting.
sword game?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was
I
the
never
first
saw
one
it.
was weak, but the second one that they completely changed the whole art style was considered dope. It was cool in what they did. It became a cowboy ish,
Yeah,
but still
imagine
sword.
first person.
I might dust off my GameStop membership card and go see if I can get a Wii.
I feel like
Fine,
we're
game.
missing other Wii games.
Of course.
I feel like
This
there
is off
were.
the cuff. I'm pretty sure we're missing.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is
Nintendo just
random,
makes
though.
fun games.
They do. That's always been the dopest thing about
Yeah.
Nintendo. It's like, bro, it's probably gonna be a good game.
Yeah,
You know?
they just make fun games.
If
so.
if it comes out, if it's like I don't know, like it's like one of the title games, like it's probably gonna be a good game.
Bro, I had fucking Rock Band on Wii.
Yeah.
Rock
Rock
Band.
Band 2, I had, that shit was amazing.
Did you
That
guys
shit
play
was dope.
DJ Hero?
Yes.
Uh,
I was trash
I
at
like
it,
DJ Hero.
but
Yeah, I
no,
was definitely trash.
I did Rock Band
I played it a
2.
little bit.
Yeah, I had Rock Band 2.
Rock Band 2
Yeah.
is the shit, but
Yeah, it
I
was
never
good.
got to play 3 or 4 or
No, I didn't play
ones.
those
But
either.
2 was
Two
like
was
that was
dope.
when it was at the peak
Yeah.
of
Playing
fun
the drums.
times,
Yeah,
bro.
like they sold
They had
the bundles of like you could
songs.
get the guitar, the
Oh,
mic, you
yeah.
could get the fucking drum set.
Yeah.
I
I like
I
playing
still have the
drums.
drum set and like I'm trying to convert it into like a MIDI set.
Dude,
so
that'll
I
be
can play
hard.
drums on it, and so
Cause I had
a project for the year.
I didn't have Rock Band, but I had Guitar Hero. I had Guitar Hero World Tour, so that had all the
Guitar Hero 3? Anyone had 3?
Mm-mm.
Damn, I
I
love
played
3.
3.
I love
I did.
3, bro. The music in that one was so good.
That place on Edgewood, this Rock Band. I don't know if it's.
Yeah, if they still have
And I
that
can't think of the
one.
name of the place because I haven't been to Edgewood.
Secret
in like 2 years.
book.
Yeah, something like that. Secret room or something like that. Those are Controller Rods are like the 2 clubs actually.
Yeah, I loved DJ Hero. I was actually really good at DJ Hero. I
would have loved to see that because like
Yeah.
that game is a like marvel of how people are able to just do all that.
That's the way that I felt about Guitar Hero, but I could almost play on Expert. I think I could play on Expert, but I could definitely play on
You
hard.
definitely have to practice songs. Like I think I've
Yeah.
been one step closer on Expert. Like, yeah, that shit was hard, but like it was so worth it when you do it because
Yeah,
you
when
just be
it's like,
flying.
yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
yo.
The thing about DJ Hero that would get me would be like, because you would have to like on Expert, you would have to live action scratch in the direction like every time, and like I could do it on hard because they would,
tough,
I could do it on hard because every once in a while they'll hit you with the games on the weekends. I would come home a Friday night and play some of the same, like, because the music was actually really good. Like, they just combined songs that, like, the first one I think had better music. The second DJ Hero had better gameplay, but the first DJ Hero was like,
Music was like,
right, it was just good. Like, I don't fucking.
is it good because it was the first installment? That's how usually it goes. Like it's never been done.
Yeah,
So-
but the not that they got deeper cuts, but like I said, I think the second one they focused a lot more on gameplay and how to improve the gameplay. And not saying audio got lost in it, but like the first one was just. But it's also the people that were involved. I think Jay-Z and Eminem were involved with the first DJ Hero because they had their own like set lists and stuff on the thing.
Nice.
And it was just like, bro, the combination of songs you got like. Beastie Boys and niggas, Michael Jackson mixed with other niggas, Benny. It was like, and bro, the mixes were just really good. And in the first one, you could play guitar with some of the songs that you could DJ.
Yeah.
So this is a song that they mixed like Sabotage and Monkey Wrench by
Beastie Boys and
Beastie Boys and Foo Fighters, and they mixed that shit together, and it sounds so great. You could play guitar while you DJ, and like I said, in the second one, they did a bunch of crazier shit. Like they added different types of turntables and different battles, and they added mega mixes where you'd have to mix like 4 or 5 like tracks back to back to back to back, like and a bunch of different shit. Like, but it was really fucking fun, bro. That was the because I see how people would love it with Rock Band, just like constantly. But I don't know, the playing drums hurt my fingers, and then. And then I know once you got it on hard and expert, you had to use your pinky and shit. I was like, oh, fuck no.
Yes, bro. Yes. Oh my god, that shit was actually hell.
I was like, oh, fuck no. Hell no, man. All right, let me see. What was this?
I know Ron said that Super Smash don't miss. You know who else don't miss?
Tyler does not miss.
Okay.
It's proven.
I have not finished that newest
really?
project all the way. I'm like 79-80% the way there, bro. But that dude got bars, bro. That dude got bars, man. It was insane what he can just.
Tyler really don't miss.
Man, no, man. So
This 3-album run is
really fucking good.
oh my, it's
Excellent.
there.
Yeah, it is.
It's college dropout, late registration, and graduation levels.
Yeah.
Of a 3-album run.
Because I feel like it's gonna take time, a little bit longer for, of course, it to sit on me. I don't know how. Let me see. I feel like at first I was like, I feel like this album's better than Igor, but I still don't know. They're both really fucking good. Yeah. I feel like my only gripe with this album is the song Wilshire. It's very long, and I feel like
It's like 9 minutes, right?
Yeah,
That's the one with Brent.
No, that's Sweet. I thought
okay.
That
The
was
other
good.
one that's long is like I Thought You Wanted to Dance.
Yeah, but that's two songs.
That's 2
You know,
songs.
that's the
is I feel like the message that he was trying to relay, he had already related over the course of the album. So to give, this is just my bullshit opinion from a nigga that is, quote, what is it, talking about his music from his lunch break or some shit like that. But like I feel like the message that he was trying to relay on Wilshire, he had relayed over the course of the album, which was basically, there was this girl, I like this girl, she's dating my friend, but we have better chemistry, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you gave like an 8-minute spill on it.
I think that's why I like Wilshire so much.
It was so long
because it is like really long, and I have a love, I have a love-hate relationship with that song because for one, the love it's a really good song, and like you said, it is the story that he was talking about throughout the album, and I think that's intentional. He clearly, like, because when I listened to the album the second time, I saw a lot of the tie-ins, like on Corso, he ties in to Wilshire. On I Thought You Wanted to Dance, he ties into Wilshire. Like, when you listen to it the second time, leading up to it, you see the foreshadowing of Wilshire before you actually get to Wilshire. And I think from that concept is great. The reason I hate the song is because the sentiment in it I relate to way too much. And every time I listen to it, it hits me like a horn in the chest.
Damn, I can't wait to hear that thing. I don't think I ran into it yet.
Yeah, it's just, like, I don't. It's not per se like it's a bad song. It's just, it like almost.
When I got to it, I think is it the second to last song or the third to last song? I know Safari is the last song. I can't remember if it's the second to last or third to last song. But, always going to look at how long an album is, because typically when an album drops, I'm going to listen to it Friday morning if I fell asleep Thursday night. So, but I got to work. So I have to know, like, what meetings do I have and how much of this album can I get through. I got to that song and I was like, bro, this hasn't been an hour. And I was like, oh shit, this song is 8 minutes and 31 seconds. I was like, I did not expect it to be like that long. Like, I expected Sweet Sweet I Thought You Wanted to Dance to be long because it's the 10th track. I know it's going to be 2 songs. I'm a real Tyler fan. So, I was expecting that one, but this one was like almost 9 minutes. I was like, wow, it is really long on the track list. But like listening to it the first time, it really didn't feel like it was that long. I was like, oh, this is a good story. And then every other listen, it's like going back into the other songs and looking for more signs of foreshadowing. For me, at least, that's why I like it so much. And Safari should have been longer.
How long did y'all know that this album was gonna come out?
Tyler's average time of album announcement and release is something like 25 days. He literally said it like 3 weeks ago. And we were like, okay.
Said to myself randomly, no lie, I said to myself randomly one day, somebody dropped something. Who dropped something? Who was the last person? It was Cole, right? Cole was the first prominent drop of the year, wasn't he? And Isaiah Rashad was dropping something. And I literally said to myself,
it's the end of June, Zay. I'm just saying. The Complex article said June.
Line.
And Punch out here.
Yeah, they're not. They're not open. They have never been open.
2 weeks in a row.
Coastal Burger. What are you? What? What is happening?
In a row.
Coastal Burger. We love you, man.
What the fuck is happening?
What's going on, man?
Clutch out here doing cryptic tweets too, by the way.
Fucking burger.
Yeah. He tweeted. It's not really.
Is this one they closed that early?
No, they haven't been open at all.
They literally every time I look them up, they're closed. And I keep seeing they'll be open tomorrow at 6.
Schedule your
schedule is still here, but when you go online, it says sorry, you can't. We're not.
Y'all gotta find something on Reddit or something else. Like some
have
news.
to hack the mainframe. Right. I need my Coastal Burgers.
No, what Punch's tweet was like, pride is before the crash. Be humble. So niggas was like, oh, word, pride, be humble, crash. Who dropping? And so I quoted it, and I said, pride is the middle track on Damn, whether you go front to back or back to front. It's literally the 7th track of 14. It's the middle track. It's 4 minutes and 35 seconds. If you add 4 plus 3 plus 5,
Okay.
If you add 4 plus 3 plus 5, you get 12.
Yes.
Kendrick is dropping in the middle of December because December is the 12th month.
I literally said, Kendrick is going to drop a single. He's
pretty
going
sure
to.
That's a little
He's
bit
literally
time from now, but
he's literally doing days in Vegas. I'm 100% sure he's either going to perform something new there, or he's going to have dropped a single for something that he's going to drop in December. By that point in time, there's no. I was literally looking at it. I was like, everybody is going to have new.
Album announcement. I don't know if it was the album announcement, but that he put the billboards up first with the number, and it was "Call Me If You Get Lost," which was the album announcement. But he didn't officially announce it. I think that came out around the Day Is in Vegas lineup, so you just knew that. I'm trying to talk over it.
Oh man!
Oh God! Oh God! I'm not doing this.
I'm
Might
so
be the
sorry.
name of the episode.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. My not pretty.
That might just be on God.
My quote unquote ESP. I remember after J. Cole dropped something, I said to myself, "Damn, it has been about like."
You what?
I remember saying to myself, dude, it has been about 2 years since Tyler dropped something, and everybody's dropping something this year. I feel like Tyler might drop something sometime soon, relatively.
And it's a Gangsta Grills tape.
Yeah, and then literally he announced he dropped some teaser, and I was like, okay, cool, he is dropping. Like, I literally feel like, yeah, go ahead and scan that shit, shawty up, having that. I remember saying to myself, yeah, dude, Tyler's probably gonna drop something, especially after did they announce Days in Vegas before or after?
I think it was around the time the billboards went up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember that, like, that time period to me, like, I would be really excited. Like, I don't know, generally, if Tyler dropped something. Very good run. Favorite. No, I'm about to say
Yeah,
like,
Run It Up,
tracks.
definitely. Juggernaut. I love Juggernaut. I like Safari.
Juggernaut.
Yo, Uzi, for real, yo.
Wayne's verse on Hot Wind Blows. I don't know what Tyler's gift really is, bringing out the best. Like, this is the Dropping Seeds verse from Wayne was great, but it was kind of short, which is also great, but it also kind of like makes you want more. But this was one of my favorite Wayne's verses since fucking Smuckers, because Wayne absolutely smashed on Smuckers. Like, bro, I got to tramp on lean, make my eyes jump. Are you kidding me?
And that's the other thing. So this is my thing about this particular album.
NBA Youngboy on What's Your Name?
Like,
fucking amazing.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I literally feel like
Igor.
Yeah.
I like every fucking song, bro.
Dude, it's literally like
every song is my favorite song.
I remember when they announced the track list, like, I was like,
the track list was leaked too, like the day before the album.
Yeah, I was like, who? 42 Doug.
Yeah.
NBA Youngboy.
Right, I was like,
42
Doug
went
in. Comments on that NBA Youngboy.
Yeah, like,
and he's like, what we talked about this
but
before.
because it was Tyler, I was like,
bro, yes,
I know this is gonna be good. I was like, I know this is gonna be good.
42 was in. I like
42 was really good. Like, Tyler's really good at he's putting people in great situations.
Yeah,
like he used 42 Doug's verse perfectly on Lemonhead.
Yeah,
and the production and Youngboy's cadence on What's Your Name is perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
I was even surprised. I gotta hear. If y'all talking about one where Tyler was just by himself, Massa.
Yo,
holy shit, that was like, yo, I'm hearing you, bro.
Massa is literally my favorite. I was literally about to.
That's
that's
literally
my favorite.
Dude, I was just like, damn.
Self-respect. I washed my hands for I miss. Oh my god, yo. Yeah, no, that was the first. Like,
my favorite moment is probably My favorite moment is probably Mama Talk. Not all of what being said. Yeah, that was a very different, but more specifically towards the end, where she's like, and she over here crying like, no, don't do it. And I'm like, get her, Mom, get her. What and it was imagine little Tyler being like, get her, Mom, get her. Like, actually, that is the funniest part on the whole album to me. I love that whole wholesome moment.
I think specifically in that skit when he was like, what did he say? And she asked him something. And
she was like, you have no reason to. She's like, am I lying? Like, you have no reason to.
That shit had me crying. I was like, your Tyler's funny as shit. Yo.
I was like, bro, I love it. I love Domo Genesis verse because I haven't heard from Domo in a long time.
Yeah.
And like, even though our future broke up, of course Tyler, Jasper, and Taco are going to be together. But you've seen Earl with them. They're obviously still cool with Frank Ocean. I mean, he does the outro on Corso, I think. But wow.
What is happening? Why is there always chaos? All right, well, I will say this. I don't
even know what I'm saying.
I'm about to say it is a matter of timing. It always seems like once a month there's some kind of random, like, crazy, like...
It's not even Kenny this time.
It's not. Niggas just be, like, existent, man. This shit be so fucking weird, man. Okay, there's the timing is fucking terrible, man. There is... Does anybody... What would be your favorite 3 songs?
On the album?
Favorite 3?
So... Yeah, Mama, Juggernaut. I just love Pharrell, man.
Pharrell's just great.
Pharrell and Tyler, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Make a collab album, please.
Yeah.
I like
that would be amazing.
Too. Yeah. I like Uzi's verse too.
Shout out. Man.
I
don't know my third one, but
I like Vanna on I Thought You Would Dance. You wanted to dance.
Yes.
Specifically from the second listen on. Like, the first listen was like, oh yeah, this is really cool, but that's another one of the foreshadowing moments for Wilshire. He gives she gives the girl's perspective, and then you go listen to Tyler tell you the whole story on Wilshire. Yeah. I don't know my favorite thing. Probably Safari. Lumberjack is great, but I refrain from selecting the singles.
I try to do the same thing. It's gonna be weird because I feel like even Safari, in that concept,
Juggernaut. Yeah, go ahead. I can't pick a third one.
Even in that concept, I'd have to listen to the Z-Wop album, but I still feel like Headshots is gonna be one of my favorite songs.
No, bro. I feel as if Headshots is gonna be one of my least favorites.
Really?
I have that much faith in
that.
Did you see he went on Genius today and did the Genius review? But he really like concentrates on like on his when he's freestyling to really stick with the theme and stuff like that. Basically, what he was saying, and he said 200 / The Warning was one of those freestyles that he just throws away, and we got that. And I was like, bro, this could be on an album. Like, if that's a throwaway and you stuck with Headshots, I have the ultimate faith in this album.
I'm really looking forward to that, man. Speaking of heat, it's a heat wave hitting the
Northeast.
The Northeast.
And
man, the West Coast.
And the West.
Let's talk about it, man.
You're talking about 100+, right?
Yeah, it's like 113 degrees. Like
Texas's grid is
literally
now overheating.
It's literally a dome.
Literally months after it froze over, like Texas has been going through it.
Yeah, dude. So I wish I could go have conversations with some of these niggas that I would have conversations with back before. Global warming has been in effect for a minute, but I've had conversations with so many niggas that have literally been like, there's no global warming. The government has a weather machine.
It's literally another SpongeBob meme where him and Patrick had the babies and he was uncovering all the dirty diapers. You literally just say, oh, no such thing as global warming, and you literally just put these states that are at fucking 100 degrees. Like Seattle, since 1846 or some shit. Seattle has had 6 days where the temperature has reached triple digits. 3 of those days were like June 24th, 25th, and 26th. Like back to back to back. Yeah. And the last time before that was like 30 years ago. So like, yeah, global warming and climate change is real.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. Outside.
It wasn't even that it didn't need to be this hot outside. I don't exactly remember the temperature, but I remember them saying it feels like it's 125 degrees outside. And I was like, is that even possible? Can we survive that?
I thought I had a dream. I looked up somewhere and it was literally 100.
Like I was in fucking Tyrese's house.
Stay indoors.
Call back.
Please. Oh my god, yo. We watched a video today about Tyrese. He has a house in Atlanta. His mansion in Atlanta is 6 stories. It's really big.
Wow. 6 stories.
He's got like a fucking LED studio in his backyard where you can watch.
That's not the same
outdoors.
one with his Transformers.
With his Transformers.
That is the one with the Transformers.
Yeah,
Oh, so the Transformer is here.
Yeah.
I thought that was.
I thought that was like LA or something.
Yeah,
that's here. Yeah. But
Never-
this is a great.
This is land is cheap out here.
That's what I was about to say. This is a great place to get mansions and shit. What the fuck? We were talking about the fucking heat wave. Yeah, it just didn't need to be this hot outside. Like I remember it being hot, but I remember like specifically being a kid and I have a trampoline in my backyard. And in between the ages of I want to say 10 and maybe like 14, 15, about around the time I got into high school, I used to go outside and jump on my trampoline every day between a certain time period and another time period. I remember literally being like, well, it's too hot to go outside around this time, so I'm going to go in this time around this time period. But it was never too hot where I couldn't go outside. It was just pretty fucking hot. I literally look outside and I can look outside and be like, it's too hot. Like, go outside. You can literally see I can see the heat. I can see the heat. I literally be like, oh, no. It's way too hot outside.
The kids don't even play outside like they used to anymore.
It is not.
And I mean, like specifically at this time period, I can't blame them.
Mm-hmm. It's hot, man.
I just don't understand why people don't think that the world will heal itself. Like after just
what it's been through.
Yeah, exactly. Just constant neglect and just what we've done to it over time.
And I think
I have to say there were millions of earth destroying occurrences before the meteor hit.
Yeah.
He said something like that, you know. So it just be like that sometimes.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I gotta find the link and like send the link to this video. There's a website that you can like.
He literally left the ball.
there's a website that can help you reduce your carbon footprint, which is basically it asks you a bunch of questions and then helps you keep up with things, I believe, and reduce your carbon footprint so you can have less of an effect on the actual output on global warming and all that shit.
Yeah. To the earth. An electric car.
Yeah.
That's why I want an electric car. The thing about the high end electric cars though, they almost cancel out you doing your carbon footprint for one because of all the gas cars that are still out there, but also the process of getting the cells for the battery is so destructive that the same with like our phones and computers and any tablet, but because the cars, specifically like Teslas, I know because that was the one that I actually read about. The battery cells, the mining for that is so not environmentally friendly. Neither is like SpaceX, but
it is like, because it's like, to be in a loop is just so trash sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like it's like a world loop. You can't, and just like at this point, you really can't escape it. Like, and it's not that you don't have any, oh man, this is so bad. It's not that you don't have any control over anything that's going on, but it's also like the smaller people aren't really the people in control. Right. They're like people who are literally like doing stuff. And now we live in a world and a society where like you can't not have a car, but like we kind of need it. We live in a society. You what? Not that you can't, but you kind of need to get around. You kind of need a phone. Like you just kind of have to do certain things in the grand scheme of things. I don't know.
Somewhat accessible.
Yeah, like you gotta kind of.
The thing about it is, it's not really on like the little people to do it. It's on the company. Because of fucking capitalism, they want to take the extra cost occurred with being environmentally friendly.
We'll never understand how you get more money, and the concept is like, how do I make more than more money?
Right.
Man, people are just really good at basketball, man. I love basketball. My favorite sport.
I love the way he dribbles.
Suns are showing up. Just to let y'all know.
It is Chris Paul's shot broken
Good
from
shot.
where he normally shoots it from? Because
He hasn't been making them lately in the last couple of games since he's been back.
Not at all.
But he had COVID, so
He did.
you know.
He did have COVID.
I feel like he was making the shots more when his shoulder was just.
Y'all believe in this Snake Eyes movie coming out? Just to let you know.
I don't know. Do you know who the director is?
I don't know who the director is.
Who's the director?
It doesn't. I'll look that up.
I don't know who the director is.
But
But I am interested in it.
Did you ask because the commercial though?
Yep.
Okay.
I like the choreography for the fighting, at least in the trailer, says interestingly enough.
That was my next question. Has anybody been watching Loki?
Yes, I haven't seen 3 or 4, but I've seen 1 and 2.
Dude, I'm not per se meh on it. I literally the next 2 episodes have to razzle and dazzle, in my opinion. First episode had me hooked. Second episode was pretty good.
What's it called?
Second episode.
Loki. Oh.
First episode was good. Second episode was pretty good. Third episode was
Okay.
Fourth episode is
Snap. How many is there?
There are a total of 6.
There's 6 in the season, but they're on 4, right?
They just did 4
today.
So there are 2 episodes left. 4 was not very good in my opinion. It just sets up for 5. But the way they ended 5 is
so
like
it's a lot of setup, cliffhangers, and keep leading on to the next. I mean, alright,
but like, I like the way I will say I like the direction it's going in better than I liked WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because my thing with WandaVision was it felt like there was a lot of setup and there was no payoff. They've already set up some crazy shit in Loki that actually has like consequence, like for the greater like universe, and they haven't even explained what the fuck is like the results of that shit yet. So like, and even where they are now, they did the biggest thing about episode 4 is just the reveal at the very, very end, especially if you're into like comics and the different universe versions of fucking characters and shit. Cause they did some crazy shit in the little stinger, in the mid-credit stinger that's like, oh shit, nah, they might fucking spaz in these last 2 episodes. But I don't know, I like it better than WandaVision, and then I also like it better than Captain American and the Winter Soldier, because that shit was just mid to me, in my opinion. There's nothing about it like really like
stood out.
No, I kept wanting it to stand out. I was like, I get it. He's a black Captain America. Okay. Now what?
What is your name? What do you bring?
Yeah. What does this do for
Other
me?
than struggling with people like what's his name, George St. Pierre. You remember his character? You seen him? You know who George St. Pierre is?
Right?
What? Winter Soldier. At the he was the like bald headed dude, evil. Nobody knows him. Damn.
I didn't finish Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, but he's a UFC fighter. He was.
Oh, okay. I think I know who you're talking about.
I'm 2 series back on the Disney shows.
So I do want to touch on this topic because I did bring it up last week. Bad original things. I said bad Netflix shows. I meant to say bad Netflix movies, and further even beyond. Look at all this fucking smog. Even before bad Netflix shows and movies, I really meant bad original productions by streaming services. The reason I actually brought it up is because we saw a movie on Netflix called Doggone Trouble. Big Sean voiced the main character.
Awful.
Terrible voice actor. Terrible.
Wow.
Sorry to say it.
Which one is unacceptable?
Which one's? Oh, I don't
think we took that out.
That's not on this one.
It's not on it. Oh, dang.
Yeah, not a very.
It was replaced by.
That wasn't the one we replaced.
Is it?
That's not.
My eyes deceive me.
I think that's what replaced it.
No, we had a.
It's not.
No, it's gone. Yeah. But
Dead.
Unacceptable.
Yeah. He's not a very good voice actor. I think that that movie was pretty bad. Snoop Dogg was in it. The best part of the movie, it's like.
Well, I literally told Michael this, and I will tell everyone this.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg on anything will literally make the experience 100 times better.
Okay.
On anything. Voice acting on anything. Acting anything.
He literally, this was the thing. The movie was like one of those movies where there were talking dogs and animals. So it was like we were 75% of the way through the movie.
Familiar
Literally,
formula.
the ending just sealed it,
bro. We're 75% of the way through the movie. Big Sean's dog character ends up. The dog's name is Trouble. Ends up in a dog pound. Dog is talking, and then they get to this long, lanky ass Doberman, and it's Snoop Dogg, and his name was Snoop, and I was like, bro, I was dying. I was like, yo. His name is Snoop because you don't have to say the dog because he's a dog. This is just great. The movie was like really bad, and then right after it's like we get to the end and like the main. I don't even know who the main character of this movie was, but there was a girl that was fascinated with Big Sean the dog, and she wanted to have a music career. Don't know what that had to do with really anything, but in the end, she put on a performance in the park. And right when Ron said, bruh, Snoop Dogg in anything makes it 2 times better, a random dog runs up to Snoop Dogg's dog and is like, yo, daddy, stop snooping around and do what you do best. Snoop Dogg runs up to the stage, starts rapping. And I literally doubled. I was like, hey, yo, this is crazy. I couldn't have written anything worse. Like, that was amazing.
I was literally crying.
Bro, I was rolling.
That's ew.
Yo, it was literally the most cringe shit.
I was literally crying on the couch. It was the funniest shit ever. It was the funniest shit ever, bro.
Wow.
Have you guys seen that trash Amazon movie, American Skin? It's the movie about... I just don't know who makes... I don't know why certain people make movies, and I don't know who they make their movies for. So the movie, I feel like you guys have heard of the movie. It's about this black dude and a black son, and they're in the car. They get pulled over by the police. The police shoot the dad's son, and he dies. And after that, the dad basically hijacks a police station, and where the precinct of the precinct of the cops that killed his son. He hijacks the station, brings some prisoners in and some random civilians in, and he's like, "You guys are gonna be the judge," because the court let off the cop that killed the son, and then let him come back to work. So he was like, "You guys are gonna be the jury and judge whether or not I should kill this nigga." Basically. The shit ended up being like, and there were a bunch of other cops in the station, so it ended up being this long ass dialogue piece about why cops feel like it's okay to do the things that they do, and then the minorities and shit is over here like, nah, nigga, like blah blah blah. So the panel voted that the cop was actually guilty, and the dad is like, all right. Call your fucking son and your wife and tell them you're not coming home and shit. This shit is on televised news and the SWAT is outside or whatever. But he doesn't kill the cop. He acts like he's gonna do it, and there's a blank in the gun, and the cop doesn't die. And he gets up and cries, and then the guy's like, all right, I'm gonna let y'all all out. And he goes out and opens the door, and the SWAT comes and shoots the nigga in the head and he dies. It was a very bad movie.
Wow.
Because I was like, first of all, like just like I said beforehand, I don't know who this movie's for. This movie's not for black people because there's so many points in the movie that they're like, I just don't like shit when shit is just too over the head with stuff. Like
that is next level white savior.
It actually almost is. It really not even. Yeah, actually it is.
Like there is no white savior in the movie. The ending is white savior. The ending is white savior. It is literally a movie that is designed to so-called raise awareness, but make white people comfortable.
Yeah,
that's the whole purpose of the movie.
Because I remember when there were so many points in them. So before I even get to him like fucking not hijacking, but taking hostages in the fucking police station. I remember there was a point where like the son was on FaceTime with another fucking black kid and they were talking, and then the son was like, yeah, like it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if the cops do blah 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 to you. If you're within your rights, then they can't do anything to you. And the dad comes in the room and is like, son, what are you talking about? Man, it's America, man. you know, people can't just do whatever they want to you. Even if it's a cop, you can fight back.
He was
Doesn't
talking to
matter
another
if you're
black kid?
He was telling the other black kid this, and then the dad walked in the room and asked what the son was talking about, and the son regurgitated this information to the father.
So the son,
everybody in the situation is black.
So the son, his black son, is spreading white propaganda that you can the cops
White
He
propaganda.
wasn't spreading. No, the point wasn't him spreading white propaganda. The point was like, this is why I was like, who is this movie for? The point was for the dad to come in and be like, son, that's not true. If we're black, so the world is different for us. Was what that point was specifically. But when I was watching the movie, I was like, who the fuck is this for?
But
black people know this,
right?
And white people don't like.
But
this is not how you convey this message to white people.
But my thing about the scene is, again, this is that next level white savior making white people comfortable. He's telling them the quintessential white guy trope.
Yeah.
That if you comply, they can't do anything to you, and you have these rights. And then the motherfucker who's telling you this gets shot by the cops. Like you said, who the fuck is this movie for? Why is that the scene? Like, why is that the setup? And like, what is that payoff?
Yeah.
Who's supposed to benefit from that?
That is what the thing that I was watching.
Who's supposed to benefit from that?
That's what I was saying with the whole fucking movie. The scene, there was a scene, so there was that nigga breaks into the fucking cop place, takes all these niggas hostage and shit. I literally was like, well, I hope he kills at least one or two of these cops because, like, no cap, there's no, like, I was literally like...
There's no conflict in this movie.
Not that there was no conflict. I was like, I hope he kills one of these cops because if not, he's gonna die. I was like, he literally just busted in a police station with 5 niggas and they all got sticks. Like, the SWAT showing up and the news is involved. He's gonna die.
I mean, and just from even beyond that kind of standpoint, it's I don't know if it's a worse ending, but there's literally no way you can make this a good ending if that's not your payoff. Because even if you like, oh yeah, he goes out and the SWAT and everybody hugs it out, it's like, well, that's definitely not realistic. So that's a terrible ending. If you just cut to black, then you're like, well, did they kill him? Did he go? There's no way you can make this a good ending. Yeah, like there's no way you can make this a good ending.
Like, yeah, so and I remember just watching it and being like, once again, I don't know who this movie's aimed for.
I think it's aimed for white people.
Because it was like, there were so many just old, it's like, they weren't, my thing is like, I feel like the best movies are movies that are able to tackle heavy-handed situations, but able to do it in a way that is, once again, not smacking you across the head with it. Perfect example of what I'm talking about, why The Boys, I believe, is such a really good show, because it's able to... The Boys parody so many different things within it, and they're not super, super over the head with it. There's, like, not super deep hidden metaphors, but, okay, for example, have you seen both seasons of The Boys?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember, what's the quote? Girls get it done?
If that was later in the season.
Yeah, okay, so in season 2
or something like that.
Yeah, so in season 2 there was this whole thing where there was like I can't remember the name of the Wonder Woman girl, but they were trying to Vault was trying to push like women's independence. So the girl that's a lesbian, they were trying to push that to the forefront and make that a big thing.
Yeah.
They were trying to give Starlight, they were making her wear more skimpy outfits, but they were making her, and the whole thing was like, girls get it done. That was literally supposed to be a parody of, I remember saying this when I was watching the Avengers movie. Do you guys remember Avengers Endgame literally
where
like
Spider-Man
with
A-Force?
Huh?
They teased us with A-Force?
Yes. When Spider-Man falls down with the gauntlet and Captain Marvel flies down and she says something and he's like,
hi. She's like, hey, I'm Peter Parker. She's like, hi, Peter Parker. You got something for me? He's like, and he gives it to her and he stands up.
He's like, are you gonna be okay?
Disheveled, and he's like, I don't know if you're gonna make it. And then all the
shit, don't worry, she's got help. And all the women just come together and then attack. And I remember literally being in the movie theater and my mom was like, oh, lit. And I remember sitting there and being like, not that that's not lit, but like, what? You didn't really prove like a point. Like, and there's no way all these women were just like, all right, team up here now. So they made a point of that in the actual The Boys show. It was supposed to be a commentary of like, they were making a movie and that was a scene in their like movie that was supposed to be parodying Avengers Endgame. But then at the end of the season, there's a scene where the girls actually are getting it done. Like there's the chick that turned out to be a Nazi, the Wonder Woman chick, the power. They all like literally team up. Yeah, they all team up and beat her ass.
But this one felt was like a little cooler. I'll give it that.
Yeah. It was like but that was supposed to be the point of like the first time they did it. It was like, yeah, what does that even mean? Like, and that's just like a state. It's like a blanket statement, you know. Versus like, and then they show a scene with girls actually beating a Nazi bitch's ass, like literally. And I think they said it during the scene. Girls getting done.
And then what happened to her ultimately was
that shit was
already so deserved, roasted.
But it's cool when people aren't so like. It's just a way to do things, you know. And in the movie that I was talking about, American Skin, it was like they literally said it was like so heavy-handed. They said everything in that fucking dialogue between the cops and the fucking civilians that you would expect them to say.
But she said the title was American Skin too. That makes it like worse.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Let's not overlook black on black violence. All right, there. And I was like, bruh, this is like not even dialogue. You just went on Twitter and just found a bunch of like topics and just like put them in people's mouths. People don't, not saying people don't talk like this, but once again, who is this movie for? Shalani said that it was supposed to be aimed for white people to make it more palpable for them, but I was like, this is more palpable.
My eyes are serious. It's crackers. Crackers.
That's what the movie's for.
I was like, but either way, wasn't a good movie. I don't know. Is there a movie on Netflix? I'm trying to think of a movie I've seen made.
Tell me you've seen Circle. Has everyone seen that Circle movie? No. Okay. Well, it's basically it's a bad movie disguised as a good movie, which is a weird way to compliment it. It's just a bunch of people standing on circles in some unknown room, and every 60 seconds someone is being eliminated. And the last man standing leads to the climactic point of the movie. And it turns out to be like, okay, it's pretty intense. But underneath it all, it's kind of a cheap production, saving money. Because it showed at the end, when you see the end, you'll see like, oh, okay, I see where the money went in this movie. But ultimately, that's why I said it was a bad movie disguised as a good movie. It's called Circle. So.
I didn't finish watching that movie. I think I watched it. I was over somebody's house, and I watched a percentage of that movie. And then eventually I was like, bro, what the fuck? Because it was intense. Then I was like, all right. I don't remember what happened. Maybe I fell asleep, but I know what movie that you are talking about. I don't know if there's a movie that I've seen made by Netflix, Amazon, or whoever that I've been like, oh no, this shit is solid. Most of the ones that I see are actually pretty fucking bad. Let me be fucking weird. I don't know the worst one that I've seen. There are infinite Netflix movies out there. I've seen a movie. I don't even know how to describe what the fuck this movie was about. My grandmother was like, let's watch this movie. It was about some niggas that was trying to go to a moon orbiting Saturn and live there. And they had to transform their bodies. But it was like they put 3 different movies in one movie. It was really bad. I remember the end. They put some kind of 3D animation that looked like it was out of a PowerPoint presentation on the screen and being like, man, I'm never watching another Netflix movie again because like there's just that's not about. There's just no way. Like I don't know.
I don't know if it was Netflix, but I did see a bad movie. It was about some kid that was like, it was weird because it had some cutscenes of like a video game simulation of like the end of the world or something. But like basically it all came down to dolphins. Like the end of the movie came down to dolphins, and he witnessed his like one of his best friends like commit suicide or something. And then like there was just like a bunch of like weird events that happened afterwards. Like I can't even think about
those.
It
Always.
It was just weird. Like there were some kids that like were bothering him at school that like wanted some drugs, and like they just kept like it was weird.
Dude, have you guys seen that Jack? What is it? Is it Jack Henry? Jack Bunyan? John
Cena.
No, it's literally John something. Terry Crews was in it, and Ludacris was in it.
Whoa.
Loud Crunch. That's not the name of the movie. Is it John Henry?
I haven't voluntarily watched a Terry Crews.
Was he?
It came out last year. It was literally
Was it supposed to be
bad.
like
It was bad.
Parody of the.
It was not a parody. Terry Crews.
What did he do? Did he just cut down trees?
It's called John Henry. Dude,
I remember seeing that.
It was really fucking bad. I cannot
Cruise in it and it was like Skip.
I cannot exactly tell you what this movie was about.
Dang.
He
hasn't redeemed himself yet? Is that what it is?
He will never
redeem
himself.
He made an acronym
for the word coon.
He can't redeem himself. There is no coming back.
You what? It's over with, man. It's over with for this nigga,
Oh my
man.
god.
Dude, the movie is like, I cannot even describe to y'all how, because this is what I was saying when you were talking about whatever, you were like, it all comes back to Dolphins, but everything relate back to drug dealing.
Yes.
Shout out to the butcher, man. You always know the butcher's ultimate destination. Like, he will be here.
Yes.
Like, the worst movies are the movies that you go, I don't even know what the fuck that shit was, man. I don't know what John Henry was, but somewhere along the lines at the end of, like, Ludacris had a gold jaw, and somehow at the end of the movie,
from that movie,
I think he gets stepped on by Terry Crews, and there's like I love watching. Literally, subtitles needs to be in everything. They need to start showing viewings of movies with subtitles and without subtitles.
This is an hour and 31 minutes.
But yeah, it's bad. Subtitles make things. One, I mean, you can read, but it makes things. Bad movies with subtitles are so fucking funny. Like, I think all I remember about John Henry was at the end of the movie, Ludacris got stomped on or something, and there was a subtitle that said "loud crunch" or "audible crunch" or something like that. I was like, "Hey, yo, this might be the funniest thing I've ever seen in the history of my entire life."
The subtitles just take the script and put it on the screen, basically.
Yo, loud. Somebody wrote "loud crunch" in the script.
That's literally in the script.
That's funny.
As Ludacris read his script, that's like, it's always funny because like I always think about in Black Panther, the nigga who read his script and his role was to lose to hair.
To hair.
Remember when Okoye took the wig off and threw it at him, and then you never saw that nigga again? That's how he lost that fight. Like, he had to read the script, and his whole thing was to hear her speaking Wakandan and then say hey, and then try to engage in a fight and then lose to hair. That was his whole role.
Yeah. Get paper. Get paid. Got a paper boy. All about that paper boy. All right, man.
Holy shit.
We love y'all.
That is
It's been a beautiful fucking cast. You know, through all the ups and downs and commotion and shit, man.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yes. Surviving through the rough.
Yes, man. But there's a mountaintop and there's a horizon. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. When y'all tune in, from where y'all tune in from.
Shout out to the Philippines.
Shout out to
Got the fans
Yes,
in
sir.
the Philippines.
Filipino niggas out there, man.
Much
y'all,
love
man.
to you guys.
Yes,
Much love.
Thank y'all for tuning in, Toby.
I don't really have any song lyrics to interpolate for this this week, so you know, still hate Instagram. Twitter.com/sharkstream. Instagram.com/sharkstream. YouTube.com/sharkstream. Did I say Instagram? Facebook.com/sharkstream. Shout out to Keen. Both of us.
Shout outs to Akeem.
Both of us jammed our fingers playing football.
Did some shark stream pigskin throwing out there today.
Man, you know,
Pigs.
in the middle of this heat wave.
Resulted in an injury, which has been the story of this year.
Yeah, man.
Injuries.
Just didn't talk about the playoffs and still brought up the injuries. Look at that.
Oh my gosh. Giannis. Rest up, my guy.
Rest up, Giannis.
Get back-
Hawks for the
get
win.
healthy, Trey. Black Lives Matter. End SARS. Free Palestine.
Yes, sir.
All that.
Stop Asian hate.
Eliminated.
Eliminated. End the filibuster. Hey, who was the defense attorney that died today?
I don't know. I didn't know the defense attorney.
For George Bush.
Yeah, he was there for both Bushes. He orchestrated the
I
attacks
don't know
after
his name,
9/11.
but I did see the
I don't know his
announcement.
name. He died, burn in hell.
Whoa.
Smoking on
Luck.
insert
I
name
was about to
pack.
say rest in peace, but
Nah,
I mean,
nah,
shoot.
rest in
man.
R.I.P.
Pieces,
Bozo.
Oof.
Dirt.
R.I.P.
Welcome to
Bozo.
the dirt.
signed a petition to keep Jeff Bezos in space. Anyway, that's been another episode of Shark Street. Yeah. We love y'all.
We love y'all.
Fuck capitalism.
Yes.
Peace.
You what?
No more time for the good time. No excuses.
Scan that shit.
No
man.
excuses.
Scan that shit, man. Yeah. All right, man. Another chaotic episode of the Shark Street.
Hey, my God. That better not have been Beverly. Hey, Beverly is keeping this. It is 63-57 with 2 minutes remaining.
In the first quarter. That's the second quarter.
Yeah. 2 minutes to halftime.
Pat
A little
Bev.
under 2 minutes to halftime.
I got. Oh, he's